What's going on, you guys? What's going on, family? It is your boy Marcus once again here at the family table. And as you know, we are at the InvestFest near and dear. And we have to bring a special guest. Here we bring on the best of the best. And we want to make sure that the people that we bring on has a lot of talent and make sure that they know what they're doing at their craft. They have the high ticket skill to be able to take themselves to the next level. So we got a very special guest. His name is Cal. How you feeling, brother? You good? Appreciate you coming on the podcast, bro. Yeah, man. So can you tell the audience what exactly you do, how you serve them? Tell them about yourself.
In media. I started out playing in college, playing Division III basketball at Bridgewater State University. Moved on after a couple years, going to where I wanted to with athletics. So one of my roommates actually ended up showing me a lot of art. So I got into arts and turned it into sports art. So from there, I just been creating a lot, and I like to draw. I like to do graphic design. I make YouTube videos. My name right now, so I go by as Calso scope.
Nice.
And it just stimulates from my full name, Alvin, and I put the so scope on it because I stay focused, stay locked in on my craft.
Bro, that's lit, bro. So what's crazy is I went to college in Full Sail University for game art, right? So a part of that role was to learn graphic design, learn pretty much every genre from sports to music to entertainment, all those types of things. So I'm very, very familiar with the creative side of a person's brain. Tell me, how does your brain work creatively when starting off with the designs? How do you get the ideas? How do you get the references? How does that work?
Yeah, so I've always liked animation and cartoons from a young age. My cousin, shout out Isaiah, he actually just put me on to Dragon Ball Z from a young age. So
That's the show.
collabing that and collabing sports together, I've always liked just how I can make someone look their best. So that's why I'm always thinking about when I go into a design, like no matter what sport it is, how can I make them look their best and make it look appealing? So
Right.
my style kind of just correlates to a lot of people and like kids in general, because high saturation colors and just like a lot of vibrance is what I like to go for in my pieces. So I just want to make a piece stand out and just kind of express what I like in my art.
Nice. So you talked about expression. How do you? I know with art, because you're focusing more on the design side, right? So
And drawing
Had drawn-
over graphic design, yeah.
okay, cool. So I've seen a lot with hand drawn and even designs is that they have their own style,
Yeah.
like a style that they're only known for. Like, do you know the type of style that you have within your art?
Honestly, I think that style just developed over the years. So for sure, when I first got into it, I was looking at, a lot of people that I looked up to, like just a lot of card arts, like top card arts and stuff like that. And then when I got more comfortable and started learning things like Photoshop more, Appropriate, and just learning how to draw anatomy and everything like that, it just as it developed. So really, I can just say, just like looking at people like Bobby Chu or
Yeah, I know Bobby Chu.
Color Reaper, White Manga. So I think a lot of my style correlates to like white manga and the drawing aspect. So I mean,
Got
it
you.
develops over time for real.
Got you. So what would you say is your favorite manga so far?
Favorite manga? Hunter x Hunter's gotta be it.
Yeah, that's the best
I mean,
one.
like manga wise, I don't really read the whole manga. I watch more of the anime. So manga wise, I only really read a little bit of Attack on Titan, but I'm starting to get more into actually reading the manga.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So as a family, right? My mom, my brother, and my dad, I put them on the Attack on Titan, right? And they were like, "This is a new level of show right here. This stomping on people, blood splattering everywhere. It's like huge muscles, you know what I'm saying, that are just statue looking. It's quite crazy because that show embodies creativity. You know what I'm saying? It's literally one of the most creative shows, and it's something simple because people have heard of Titans before, but the storyline behind the art and the style is something different. So when you're creating your artwork, how does your storyline correlate with the design?
Yeah, storyline wise, honestly, I just can't going through basketball and kind of it wasn't going where I wanted it to go. So transitioning into the art, I feel like every piece that I put, you feel that emotion, you feel how intense my grind really has stayed. Because I shifted my grind from wanting to be a great basketball player into the art. So I feel like it just shifted into that, and every piece I put out, you can feel the emotion that I want to put behind it. And I think that if you just really put your heart into your craft, like it just can stand out from the rest of the crowd, really.
For sure, for sure. So here on this podcast, bro, we like to emphasize family, right? Because we're an embodiment of family business and really just honing each other's skills. So like besides yourself, is your family involved? Like are they supportive of what you do? Are they cool with what you do?
Yeah, from day one, my family's been supportive of me. So whatever I want to do, they're always been as supportive of me. So like growing up, anything I wanted to do, it was never like, you can't do that, or I'm not really sure if you should try that. Obviously, your family wants to watch out and they might be weary of what you want to do because they want to see you do the best. But they understand that in life, like I've had to take a lot of risks and switching careers and kind of just maneuvering around. They've always been looking out for me. So I really appreciate that.
That's big facts. That's big facts. So like how has your family impacted your decisions with your designs?
Honestly, like they're both troopers because every time I put a YouTube video out or I'm just trying to make something new, they're always on it. And like, I don't even have to really hit them up and say, hey, guys, I just made something cool. Like every time they kind of know, they got the noties on, everything like that. We got a family group chat with my sister too. So it's always love from them. And like, if I can just make something and do my craft and make a career out of like the art and they're supporting me, like that's really, really big time.
That's lit. That's lit. That's lit. So I gotta ask, bro, for the people that are here, of course they're missing out on InvestFest right now. Let's be real. But I want your honest opinion. They know that we're here in this booth. Like, how would you rate this booth 1 out of 10?
From the visual aspect and everything that you got, production wise, like this is really like one of the high tier booths for real. Because I look around, I see the colorway, and especially like being creative, like I'm seeing like it's kind of giving me like a Alice in Wonderland vibe. So that's really a family type of vibe. And I like the colorway. I like everything set up. So it looks real professional. Like you've been doing your thing. You know what you're doing.
I gotta know, because look, y'all gotta come to InvestFest. Not only that, y'all gotta come to FamCon. You know what I'm saying? If y'all aren't aware, FamCon is the #1 family business event in Atlanta. So you all have to show out. You gotta come through, because we telling you, this is not for the weak. This is not for people that are curious. We want people that are serious. You know what I'm saying? So back to what we were talking about, when it comes to your design aspect, right? Like, did you have to go to school for, or is this more like self-taught?
Yeah, it's really all self-taught. Previously on that, my roommate taught me. He really just taught me the basics of design and like design principle and really photography. That was his real thing. Like when he first started getting into it, now he moved more into design. So shout out Ethan. We go over there. He was at Mass Art. Now he's over in Philly. Doing big things. So really just him. And then after that, I started learning YouTube tutorials and just trying to pick up something every day, not trying to take it all at once and learn so many things at once. Just take it one step at a time. So learn my colors, learn how to use Photoshop. Then you start learning anatomy, so everything just builds up. And after you just build up, I like to say, stack your crumbs to make your pie. So
that's facts.
That's a little fun.
That's facts.
I'll come up with that. I like that. So
that's good. That's good. That's good. So you mentioned that, you know, you did a lot of YouTube, you did a lot of self-learning. Like, was that overwhelming, or like, how did you get through the stages where you're like, man, this is getting a little frustrating? Because a lot of people go through that when it comes to, you know, especially the art side, right? Because I was an artist. My mom was this is clearly art right here, right? Yeah. But like, how does someone go through the frustration? Because I remember when I was drawing, bro, because I'm a big anime guy too. And so like, that's pretty much all that I would personally draw nowadays, right? And of course you got to know anatomy, you got to know muscle structure, you got to know all those different things. But like, when you're drawing these things, sometimes, you know, you maybe cut a little bit too early, or you may draw a little bit too big. Like, how do you get through those frustrations, especially at a scale?
Yeah, at scale. So if you're trying to be a high level person, like any craft, whether it's art, whatever it is, like you just need to take it really one step at a time, like I was saying. And like the biggest thing is, honestly, like they say to get outside your comfort zone, but you have to be mindful that your comfort zone might be smaller because you're just starting out. So even if you don't know the anatomy too well, or you don't know how, like, muscle structure or anything like that, or even your design principles, you still just gotta try your best and make what you can, make your best art that you can make in the moment. Right. That's really what it is. So make the best art you can make in the moment, and you gotta finish pieces. You can't you can't stop or just not finish a piece. You gotta finish pieces so you can see what you have to work on next.
1,000%. So you heard of the term hungry artist, right?
Yeah.
It was a huge term before, like I say, before the digital age. A lot of people told me when I was drawing a lot, like, don't be a hungry artist, don't be a hungry artist. Like, but how do you feel the digital age has changed art?
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak too much about what was before because I can't speak on something I don't really know about. That's really the time I'm coming up is the digital age.
Gotcha.
What I would say about it is there's a lot of opportunity out there, and whether you are an artist that draws, an artist that designs, there's always going to be opportunity out there. So I think that you can't listen to the crowd, and you really got to try to just do your own thing and find your own path because there's going to be opportunities out there. There's plenty of people that always need missions. They need people to fill roles, so you just got to be hungry to go find that.
Big facts. So how are you monetizing yourself as a business owner?
Yeah, as a business owner, so right now I work at FSU. I'm the creative director there. And then, so that's my full-time job. And then once I go home, I try to make time to make YouTube content or make tutorials for other people or just making my own personal project and then putting that thing on like Patreon and everything like that. So passive income, it just builds over time. And you just gotta be able to push through and see what it could be if you keep building it up. It's gonna start out small and not everybody has that foot in the door where it's going to be big at first, but you just got to really keep going and just trust the process. Like Nipsey also said, trust the marathon.
Got you. So like you mentioned that it pretty much like it's a marathon, not a sprint. Right? So like the mindset in that is a bit different from somebody who's expecting to get rich at a faster pace. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say get rich quick because, I mean, nobody wants to get rich slow. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but like, at a faster pace, but not being efficient, right? So, like, what, in your personal opinion, like, how do you view speed and efficiency with your artwork and with your designs?
Yeah, I think speed and efficiency comes from learning the basics. So, as long as you really focus on the basic and knock those out of the park, you're gonna be able to learn things at a faster rate. Because oftentimes, when you first get into something, you want to know everything about it, right? So,
Right.
That's what the biggest setback can be for a lot of people and why people quit.
Right.
You just have to focus on the basics and learn incrementally. And after you learn incrementally, then you can start learning like things way faster because you have all those basics that are piled up, and then you can just position or swerve wherever you need to go.
Okay. So like, would you pass on this skill set to your future generation? And like, if so, how would you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't force them to know art or anything like that. I honestly, once I pass it on to a generation, if I have kids, I'm just going to see what they like to do. And, like, not learning what you want to do takes a while. Like, I didn't know I wanted to really take art seriously till I was 18 years old, 18, 19.
Right.
So definitely I think I'm going to just kind of sugarcoat it in and say, like, little tips here and there that they can learn. But I want to just, like, say you have to be an artist or you have to do this till they really know. But once they really do know, I'll make sure to push them and just like teach them the principles of how to learn, how to ingest information in a great way.
Got you. So I see on your wrist that you came to InvestFest. What are you here to learn here at InvestFest?
Yeah, so right now I'm with my cousin. You said he's running the Bitcoin Classic, but I'm really here to just learn and see how people really manufacture, how they move in terms of selling their products and distributing products and really just building connections and how they really do that. So I'm just trying to be a student of the game here this weekend and starting to move into my own goods that I'm selling and producing, trying to just show people the best way. And so I want to learn from others that have already done that at a high level.
Got you. So you believe in mentorship?
Yeah, I believe in that, for sure.
Got you. So what does mentorship mean to you?
Mentorship to me, I mean, it really just means having someone that you can rely on, that you can look up to, that done it at a high level. Because if you're learning from people that already done something at a high level, right, you're going to be able to take all that information and just level up yourself. It's like XP. So the more XP you get, you're going to...
That man said XP, boy. That's crazy. I ain't heard that in forever. That's crazy. All right, so I got two questions for you. First question is, when it comes to legacy, what does that mean to you?
Legacy, honestly, the more and more I do things and look at people of the past, I don't think about I want to go down history or as much or I need to be famous or this type of wealthy. I just look at legacy as you continue to push the genre, you continue to push your creations to the limit. And that's what you're going to do over your lifetime if you're a real you're really about it, just push it to the limit and don't focus too much about, what is my legacy going to be? Because as long as you're focused on your craft and you're doing your best, your legacy is going to be great no matter what the case is.
All right, cool. So the first thing I want to say before we wrap up, bro, is that we got a conference, which is the Family Business Conference. It's called FinCon, right? Well, our goal is to teach people how to build a family legacy, even if you're not at the space to, just to have it in the back of your mind to do that, right? So the only thing that I would say to commit to you, and I just want you to commit on this podcast, we got to know, the audience wants to know, would you leave a legacy for generations to come or not?
I mean, by the art I'm creating and where I'm going, I feel like I'm going to leave a legacy because I feel very confident in what I do and what I'm creating. So I know that a lot of eyes are on my work, and already I feel like I'm making an impact on a lot of young artists that are coming up and not only want to be great at art, but great at producing content for a lot of people to see. So I believe that I'm going to leave a legacy by the end of what I'm doing.
Nice. Well, my man, appreciate you for coming through, bro. Thank you for hopping on the Family Business Podcast.
Right.
And thank you for hopping on Family Table Podcast. You all, look, y'all got to make sure to follow this man. Can you tell them where to follow you?
You can follow me at Calso Scope on Instagram, and all my socials are Calso Scope, YouTube, Instagram, all that. Just look up Calso Scope.
Look, y'all heard it here from the best man. This man is out here changing games, and he said he wants to leave a legacy. So I hope you do too. So I'll see you all in the next podcast, in the next episode. Peace out.